And we should be live. And why ain't it showing up on YouTube? There it is. Hey, Miss Gina. I'm just trying to get this thing set up for everybody. Give me a sec here. Should pin it up there in a second. There it goes. Okay. COC, good morning. Let me mute this other room over here. Come over here so I can hear what's going on. Joseph Stanley, hey. Good to see everybody. Yay. Gnarly Fish Tanks, good morning. Hey, good to see you. Always a pleasure to have the Fish fam. Oh, well, thank you, Joseph. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Bob, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Always a pleasure to have Mr. Kaler here. Bruiser, hey. Jenny Lynn, good morning. Jeffrey Watts, Texas Fish Keepers Militia, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, coffee, give me. I know, right? Gotta have the coffee. See who if I can switch monitors here, I can read chat a little easier. Bring you guys way over here. There, now I can read. Muppet, good morning. It's great to see everybody this morning. Mr. Dennis, I'll bring you up here in just a second. There you go, sir.
Yeah. When I left, she was still talking.
Oh, poor Miss Jess. She's all tired.
Oh, yeah. She looks like she's about ready to fall asleep right in front of the...
I know. RB, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, that poor girl works her fingers to the bone. She's always busy doing something.
Yeah.
And don't forget, guys, if you're looking for guppies, you can always get in touch with Miss Jess.
Yeah, she has.
Right. And this stream is brought to you
by
fishtuber.com and also another one of my proud sponsors, BioAquatica. They will have a website up pretty soon for to go out and buy their fish. They're a fish farm down in Florida, and the owners have been super supportive and super awesome to me. And as soon as their website gets up and running, I'll make sure I start putting that link out for you, because they've got some really cool fish on their website that I've seen so far. So give them a look. When that link comes up, make sure we give them a look and give them a little bit of support and let them know how great they are.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And and he's just really getting started. So I don't want to say he's got a small selection, because he doesn't. He's got actually a very nice selection of fish. And some of the fish I've never seen before. So I mean, I probably some of you that are really into cichlids have probably seen a lot of them. But he's got some really cool cichlids on his page. Unfortunately, it's not up and running yet, but soon it will be. Let's hope. He's telling me it should be by the end of the week or beginning of next week. It should be up and running. So. Freaky Fish Lady, good to see you.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure, ma'am. Always a pleasure, ma'am.
Yeah, now we're doing the waiting game. My Tetris left in Indianapolis, so I don't know how long it's going to be before they get here.
Oh, right on, right on.
Yeah,
now that pleco, the pleco you got there right in front of your screen right there, is that a longfin albino bristlenose?
No, I think it's just a normal.
Oh, okay. It looks like a really long fin.
No.
I don't know what it is about plecos, but lately I have been just like mesmerized by plecos. I don't know what it is. There's Kevin Long.
Oh yeah, I got
there
all
he
of
is.
my tanks.
I think I got plecos in almost every tank. I think there's 2 tanks that I don't have plecos in. 3 tanks.
Yeah.
But that'll end pretty soon, as soon as these other plecos come in.
Yeah, then you'd be going, oh, I need more tanks. Yeah.
Shh! Don't tell my best half.
Well,
don't tell her.
What you don't know may not hurt you.
Yeah.
Well, honey,
that's not gonna happen.
Can we put some fish tanks in the bedroom?
I tried. That was a big
no. Don't want to hear no bubbling and those other, or that light and the smell. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Hey, Bob, did they ever get that poor cat out from underneath that folks' bathtub you mentioned yesterday? I do watch Akmo Malik, and he's got some really cool zebras. I know. God, they're so beautiful. Yeah, I've been into that a lot lately, into the pleco scene pretty good, and I'm just starting to get interested in flower horns, and I'm trying to do a little research on them, and there's some really neat stuff on there about flower horns.
Holly, I bought
different
20,
types.
I bought 20 super reds.
I know,
and
I'm jealous, and I'm very jealous.
And I'll send you some when they start to breed.
Oh, send or sell?
Oh yeah, Holly, if you get on Aqua Malik's channel, you'll sit there and watch video after video after video. He's got some of the coolest plecos.
Do you mind typing in chat what his channel is, Rocco?
Oh, Aqua Malik? Yeah, I'll get it for you. Hold on. Unless one of the admins can grab it faster than I can. Hey, there's Ames. How are you? Miss Ames.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so low.
COC.
Geek boy. What's low?
Oh, when you have the cheering.
I don't know. Let's see.
That's
I'm looking at my caster too, and it's like I got everything cranked up. What the hell?
What's one of those nights? Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh well. How about this one? Does that sound better?
Oh no,
still a little bit faint, but
all right. Let me find Aqua Malik.
Yeah,
he's got some really cool plecos.
Fish got to put it up there. Monster Fish got to put it.
Oh, there you go. See?
Yeah.
Once again, Rocco is slow, like the lines at Whataburger.
What who?
Whataburger. For those folks in Texas know exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't know. I don't see no who.
Yeah, it's a Texas kind of like McDonald's, except way better.
And it's only in Texas.
Yeah, as far as I know, it's like Texas thing. Yeah. And
yeah, but you know how big Texas? You could have 100 of them there.
Oh yeah, there's well over 100.
Yeah.
But it's like their lines move as fast as pond water does.
Oh. About as
Yeah.
fast as you're doing a fish tank change with a hose.
Yeah, you're right. Right. I could drain a 20-gallon 5 or 6 times before I even got my order taken.
Yeah.
What was I just getting ready to look up? I was getting ready to look something up on my phone. No,
I don't know.
I
Got a
called the
great part.
VA earlier. I called the VA earlier, and I'm waiting for a call back.
Yeah, so they gonna accept you,
Oh,
pay for your meds.
Hey, Kenny.
knocking on the back door. Oh, Deep Purple.
Hello,
Kenny
Kenny.
E, what's up?
Yeah, it's really faint. I don't know why.
I don't know. That's strange.
Sounds good here.
How about does just tell me, does that make a difference? No, same,
Yeah,
same,
same thing.
same.
Now look,
All right.
and that's not cranked up.
No, it's
Yeah.
maxed out.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say. What else? You know, you got input and output. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if
Well,
it's just me, but it was.
I'm not for sure.
one of those magic buttons. You gotta keep twitching till you find it.
Right. I got
Rocco,
mic maxed out. I don't know.
Rocco,
Sir. Yes, sir.
in the private chat, you will
Okay.
find the United Flowerhorn Association's channel.
Outstanding.
Oh, yeah.
Subscribe.
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 My favorite flowerhorn strain is known as the Thai Silk flowerhorn,
Oh, really?
which is entirely mostly blue.
Right. Right. Now I've been stuck on stupid when I keep looking at the super red dragons. I am stuck on stupid. Those things are just, I don't know what it is about that fish, but it just has me mesmerized.
Yeah.
Like right now I have a red dragon right now, and he's about that big. He
Oh,
doesn't even have a nuchal, he doesn't even have a nuchal hump yet.
No.
Is it,
Right on, Jeffrey. Right on, Jeffrey. I got you.
is it part of the Campha or the other type of flowerhorn? I can't think of the name.
I want to say it's Campha.
Yeah.
Oh no! It's not, because it's the shorter body. It's a shorter body. It's not like the longer body like the Campha is. If I'm not mistaken, am I correct in that?
No, Campha has got to do with flowering.
Okay, because I know there's one
Not on
that
on the fish's side. Generally,
I
the
got you.
pig's
Gotcha. I'm still trying to learn a lot about these flower horns, because when the first time I ever seen a flower horn, I was like, "Ooh, that is ugly," you know. And then
Well-
they started growing on me, and now I'm like, "Man, those are so cool."
I have never kept one, but I am a member of the United Flowerhorn Association from Canada.
Right.
Okay, like
Mhm.
I look after a lot of their media, like
Okay.
press. Okay,
Right on.
so I had the best teachers that way,
Oh, I bet.
having that kind of position. So I got to talk a lot to about flower horns. Could you imagine how tough it would be to develop your own flower horn when it is a banned, prohibited fish in your country?
And what country is that?
Australia.
Oh, really?
Yes, they've had to develop their own.
That's right. I did read something about that.
That video that the music is on, all were done. Like there's 3 videos. All were done with Australian fish. It was their
Way cool.
to Malaysia having the King of Camp competition, where
Way
it
cool.
is huge over in Malaysia, Thailand,
Interesting.
Singapore.
Right.
Basically, that fish took over for the Asian arowana. They are
Right.
bred for the specific hobbyists that want a tradition. That's where it all came about because not everybody can afford or house a 3 foot Asian arowana.
Yeah. Exactly.
So there's sort of like a tradition behind that fish. So the purists really don't like it because it's a hybrid. But I
Right.
would much rather see that than have the issue with the Asian arowanas
Right.
because
No,
people
I
were
agree.
still going out and catching them in the wild.
All right.
All of them have to be farmed for them to be legal. Okay, that's why
So
they're all
yeah, someone was telling me that in order to have an Asian arowana, that you basically have to have a license or something like that, or the fish has to be
basically
chipped or
it's
something.
basically the fish are chipped in the recognized IUCN CITES farms.
Right.
Okay, and each farm is given a specific chip number. So
Oh,
they
okay. So they go
track
by farm. I
back,
got you. I got you.
back to the farm, and the paperwork that comes with it should be shown in public. Like if you're doing
Right.
a video of it, you should be showing that thing so that your country's fish and game people are not knocking at your back door.
Right. Right. So then basically what happens is when you buy that fish from that farm, that chip is serialized to that farm, and then that farm when they sell it to you, it's
Correct.
basically gets passed down and they know exactly who's got that fish.
Correct.
Gotcha. That's
Correct.
that's actually very
And
smart.
depending upon the farm and who they deal with, they supply
Right.
information about that fish to you. Okay, like
Mhm.
there's like 6 or 7 of them, and I know 2 of them.
Got you.
Okay, I know one in Malaysia, and I do believe the other one is in Singapore.
I got you.
Okay, so they both have got their numbers, and that gets shipped over to the store that you buy them from. Like an
Gotcha.
Asian arowana does not go through a transshipping. It has to go
Okay.
through a specific type of exporter and importer license.
Got you.
It's trade through the United Nations.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a real big deal then. I mean, well, basically because of the fact that they're such an invasive species, correct?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's why they're prohibited in the United States, is that they fear that they will get out into the waterways, and they could do
Right.
a lot of damage. Up
Oh,
here
they
in
could do a lot of
Canada, no
damage.
way. It comes from Malaysia. Too warm, so we get to keep them.
Gotcha.
Okay, so, but as far as the USA is concerned, they went, no, we're not going to take.
I haven't seen them very often in the States. I say that. I mean, I've seen them. I've seen people that have them, but not very often.
Well, they have them illegally, so yeah.
Right.
So that's how come the piece of paper that identifies the permit of sale has to be
Right.
shown with the fish. Now,
Gotcha. Hey, Miss Holly, just remember, size does not matter. Okay. Boom.
Oh, that's a good one. There.
and false reports are are dealt with strongly by the Fish and Game people here in Canada, and not showing can cause you issues too.
Gotcha.
You could be facing a fine for not showing your permit. And the
Even if
reason
you have it, you can still get fined because you don't have it posted.
exactly,
Yeah, it's kind of like
because
how they
why
do
am I
with
here?
the 30-6 and 30-7 rules.
Yeah.
As far as firearms go, you have to have that posted on your buildings. So I'm assuming it's the same thing.
Yes, you have to have it posted within 3 feet of the aquarium, and it should be all in all videos and photos.
Oh wow!
Yes,
Cool.
So they're very strict about that then.
yes. Well, think about it. You get a phone call, and the guy's got one, and he's got the
Right.
paperwork, and he's not showing it. There's the fine. But if you get a false report and all of that sort of stuff, and the person is lying, oh, they don't have it posted, and all of this sort of stuff, then and they come and it is posted, then there's a fine on that person.
Right.
Yeah, you're wasting government people's time.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So here's a question I had for the panel yesterday, and I'm not sure if a lot of folks were here for it, but flower horn food, like pellets. I keep hearing, oh, what's it called? Man, it's supposed to help grow the nuchal hump, and I can't remember the name of the food, but everybody says that it's a really good food, and I just wondered if anybody had any idea of any other foods that might be out there that are supposed to be really good for flower horns. 'Cause I know they're more of a specialized food. Kind of like some people for their goldfish, they feed the fancy hikari, the one in the purple bag. I don't know if you ever used that stuff for goldfish. I used it and it was amazing.
My suggestion would be look at the United Flower Horn Association page and group on Facebook for ideas.
I
There's
probably
several
will.
thousand around the world.
Right.
It is basically it is an association that is based on an international principle and not under the Federation of Aquarium Societies.
I got you. So it's a more worldwide organization than.
It's more worldwide. It's
right on.
They're just a people all on their own because their group primarily comes out of Asia.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Well, there you go, Mr. Kaler, Mr. Bob. That's a new bucket list fish for you. He says he never kept flower horns. Well, there you go. There's one you can add to the books.
Yeah, put it in your
I tell you, honest to God, I didn't like them when I first seen them, but the more I kept looking at them, I was like, man, those are kind of cool, man.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah, they grow on you.
They do.
Have you ever looked at some of the species of Central American cichlids that have got those big?
Well, doesn't the Fontosa? The Fontosa has a hump like that a little bit, right?
Fontosa is not involved in the flower horn at all. It's all American cichlids that are
really
involved in it.
So now, what did they use to hybridize that fish? What fish were crossed to make the flower horn?
The general flower horn start is a red Texas.
Okay. I know there's a lot of speculation about that too.
Crossed with Midas cichlid.
Okay.
That is one of the more common types. That is one of the building blocks. Okay?
Gotcha.
Okay, like when it came to the Australian group, they were given certain information to try to help them build their own flower horns.
Right.
Because they couldn't import it.
Right.
So slowly, some of this flower horn information got told to the Australians so that they could develop their own.
Now, here's a question: are the Australian version of, I guess you could call it, a version of it, are those available in the States?
No.
Oh,
They're
that's
not. So they're only available in Australia.
Yeah, it's basically illegal to bring them in,
they breed them.
okay, and illegal for them to export. But
Interesting.
while in
Interesting.
the hobby, they can keep what they've bred,
Got you.
okay?
That makes sense.
So generally, it's kind of like a rogue hybrid in Australia.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, it's just kind of like, what do they call it? The parrotfish. The parrotfish are like that too. You know, and then where they got the polar, or no, what do they call it? Is it a polar something parrotfish? Just basically, it looks like it's a parrotfish crossed with a convict. It looks like.
Well, people are reading into that. I disagree.
Well, what's your view on that?
Selective breeding and a relative species convict.
I got you. Kind of like how they do
It
guppies.
did not involve a severum.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
So completely different hybrid.
I just know they're a really neat looking fish. I
No,
know
a
that.
lot of those are developed over in Thailand and Malaysia and all
Asia, yeah.
that type of thing. They're developed by people like David Lucan from Feng Shui
Right.
Aquatics. Okay?
He's
Like,
awesome,
that's
by the
his-
way.
Well, I know David is great. Like, I've been friends with him for quite a few years, actually, now. So,
Oh, way cool.
you know, he goes, "What kind of fish are you interested in?" That is, "Oh, I know this person. Here, let me get him to friend you on Facebook."
Right. He's got an amazing what's the word I'm looking for? An amazing group of people that he knows that he can point you in the directions, or he's got a plethora of knowledge on top of it. You know, he knows a lot of stuff.
Exactly.
So that's definitely a guy I would definitely, recommend people talk to.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just briefly discussing the areas where I know things, and being a weights and means director and getting all of the speakers for clubs transformed real easily over to getting in contact with people for radio shows and all of that sort of stuff.
Right on.
Like, I know Charles Clapsaddle very, very well.
Okay.
The guy who runs Goliad Farms, which got hit by that snow.
No, the freeze, yeah.
Down at Goliad, right?
Yeah. And,
yeah, the old Texas freeze, yeah.
Yeah, he's got some amazing fish too. God, that guy's got some amazing fish.
Had.
Oh, he's getting better. It's getting better.
Oh, yeah.
From what I understand, things are getting better.
Yeah, well, he's
bouncing back
some of his breeding stock, but to rebound from that kind of loss is going to take years.
Oh, yeah. You know, thousands.
It's going to take years for Charles to rebound. And I'm actually concerned about some of his own personal breeding stock where he's developing strains. Like the guy is a whiz at mollies.
Yes,
he knows stuff on mollies. Like, I had him on my radio show.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Way cool.
Yes. I was a member of the ALA, and I contacted directorship, and I went, "I've got 4 weeks of time. I would like to have a person come on and speak about the various different types of live bearers, beginning with swordtails, platies."
Right.
And then
swordtails are one of my favorites too.
into the wall goodie ads and all of that type of stuff. And Charles was assigned to me. It would either have been him or Greg Sage.
Oh, Greg Sage is another good one too.
I
Though.
know. But we're all original members of the American Live Bearer Association.
Thank you, Miss Lori. Appreciate that.
Like my boss is on their website. He was one of the original directors of the American Live Bearer Association. He held the position for, I do believe, 3 years.
Oh, neat.
Of director for Treasury.
Gotcha.
Brian was an accountant. And so having that type of interest in your pet shop owner that you've known ever since you joined the club, right? He goes, come and work for me. Come and work for me. Oh, okay.
Right?
My thing was looking after the cichlids. Because I know nothing about cichlids. You know everything about cichlids. So it was the specific thing. His thing was live bearers and goldfish.
A little oil for the beard there.
Yeah, I get itchy, man. I get itchy. It's growing out, and that's the bad part.
Oh yeah. When it gets like my size, it doesn't get it.
It's not so bad. Yeah.
No. Until summertime, when you sweat, then you get itchy.
Yeah. I know when I used to work on the drilling rig back in 2013, I think it was, I started letting my beard grow, and it was hot. I mean, it's Texas heat. Let's just, call it what it is. Yeah. It was hot, and then, when you're tripping pipe in and tripping pipe out, and then all that pressure, and you get covered in mud.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I lost the beard real quick.
Just caked up.
I lost the beard real quick. You're walking around with at the end of the day, you have dirt clods under your chin. Yeah, you got. You feel like you got 20 pounds of dirt clods in your beard.
Yeah, the sore neck. Yeah.
Oh. Mellow Manifesto. He's no longer Mad Manifesto.
Oh, he came back to.
Right on. There he is.
I've mellowed out.
What's he smoking?
Yeah.
The Mellow Manifesto.
Nope. Did a little errand. Hang on a second.
So I started my cards for my tanks. What I did is I took
laminated cards there.
Yeah, just laminated some cards. I just got to put the magnets on the back and start putting them up. I can't remember who gave me that. Yeah, exactly. I can't remember who gave me the idea, but thank you. It's a really good idea. Joseph was a roughneck. Well, it's kind of like, I think being a roughneck is kind of like being a Marine. Once you're a Marine, you're always a Marine. It's kind of like being a roughneck. Once you're a roughneck, you're always a roughneck. Hey, you had to be clean shaven. Yep. That's true. Yeah, because they were always worried about CS gas coming out of the well. So in case you had to be, masked or something like that to be taken out of there, you had to be clean shaven so your mask would seal.
That's why they do that in aviation too. A lot of pilots, they're always frown upon any facial hair like that because that oxygen mask drops. You got like 3 seconds to get it on and you're done. Right. You know what I mean? Time of useful consciousness at
good old H2S.
Yeah, it's not very long.
Precious.
Yeah, tripping pipe was definitely a lifestyle. It's not a job. Sean, what I'm doing with the cards? Okay, the card. Instead of how like a lot of times you just write the information on the tank with like a chalk pencil or a chalk pen, whatever. What I did is, so I can't remember who gave me the idea, and I want to tell him thank you so much. But I did it. I took some little index cards.
You were talking about that yesterday, right?
And I laminated, I laminated them. And what I'm going to do is I got that little sticky magnet stuff, like I use on here. There's a little magnet. You stick it on the back. You put a sticker on it. Put the magnet on the back, and it'll stick right up. So that's what I'll
Pretty
do.
good idea,
I'll
actually.
take some of that. Yeah, take some of that little magnet stuff. Put it on the back of the card. That I can just stick it right to the rack. You know, unfortunately, some folks that don't have metal racks, I guess it probably wouldn't work as well. They could probably put a stick pin on
could
there,
do some-
you know, like a thumbtack.
Or even just an
Thumbtack
envelope,
it up there, but
right?
right,
You know,
right.
tape it up there. Stick
There
it in
you
an
go.
envelope.
There you go. But yeah, the idea of putting the card on there was just amazing. You know, you just put a little, you know, tank 1, tank 2, tank 3, whatever, and you could put, you know, what plants you got in there, you know, what fish you have in there, water change dates, you know, whatever have you.
Yeah, just don't mess the card up. You know?
I hate stupid people with the dry erase board. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and you could use like a dry erase pencil on it, or a pen, or a grease pen, or whatever you have. You know, it works. Just don't use permanent marker, because permanent marker doesn't come off. That's why they call it permanent.
It's not necessarily true. I did that the other day when I was setting up stuff. I was using a permanent marker to mark some stuff, and I accidentally hit the front of my fish tank with it. Like, had this big black line across. But if you have a permanent marker, take a dry erase marker and go over the permanent marker. It erases the permanent marker. So you can get permanent marker off with dry erase.
So I'm wondering if that'll work with the lamination, though, like the laminating paper. I wonder if that'll work the same way.
Yeah, I think the only thing I've noticed about stuff like that is, like, if there's like little like pores and stuff in the plastic or whatever, it'll get in there and then it's not coming out. But even the dry erase will do that too.
Right.
Because I started doing stuff like on my whole house filters. You know, like I change the filters like every 3 months, and I just started writing the date on the filters in dry erase on the actual housing of the filter, so I can remember when the hell I changed it last.
Oh, got you.
So,
right on.
But yeah, I noticed that, like, because it's a little more porous than a traditional whiteboard was, so some of that it never comes off.
Well, what's it called? My girlfriend's a school teacher, so I get all the really cool products. You know. She tells me, well, hey, go to Office Depot and buy this. We use it at school. So, like, cool, all right. But they got that stuff. It's like an Expo whiteboard cleaner, and that works really well, actually. So,
like the spritz.
Yeah.
Spray it on, wipe it off.
That's it.
I smoke, I'll erase it and forget what was on it. That's why I bought the cheap and use spreadsheets. There you go. You and I have the same problem, man.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
All right, Rocco, go do whatever.
I do stuff like that all the time, man. I literally
coffee.
Okay, go get some coffee then.
It's funny, Sean. Yeah, I started writing stuff down too, because, like, I can't remember. Especially with fish, I'd start buying fish, and I'm like, did I buy 8 of these or did I buy 9 of these? Because I'm only have 7 of them now. Like, whatever it is.
Maybe 2 died, you know?
Yeah, or maybe I just didn't know how many I bought to begin with and can't remember. So that's why I started writing stuff down. I'm like, am I missing fish, or did I just buy not what I thought I bought?
Yeah.
Your audio is much better, Dennis.
Oh, yeah, this is new mic. Same with the camera.
Yeah. Sounds better, man.
Now I got a separate. Now I got a separate USB mic and a separate camera, because I was using that other camera. Then I got this one, but I was using the mic on that. So now I just got an external.
Yeah. Yeah, my camera has audio on it too, but I don't think I've ever used it.
No, that's what I was using before I got this external one. Now, if I get my 1080 camera, it supposedly is, off of 720, it'll be fine, but I doubt it. Because it doesn't want to go to 1080. Yeah.
I don't think when you join StreamYard, it lets you go above 720, actually. I think it caps you at 720. Because mine won't go above it either. I think StreamYard's doing that, throttling you down.
Throttle it down just to save the data
Bandwidth, yeah.
bandwidth, yeah.
Yeah, bandwidth. The bigger videos take a lot more bandwidth and a lot more data.
Oh yeah.
Like there's guys on YouTube shooting in 8K.
Yeah.
Why I don't know, because unless they're shooting it for
I know
television.
a lot of people
alone.
they'll shoot stuff in 4K and 8K just because when you go to edit it, there's a lot more options. Like, because obviously you can only, I don't even know if YouTube handles 4K yet, but basically
yeah,
you're just, if you need to edit or trim something out, or you can zoom in on stuff, you know what I mean? It's a whole lot better for options at post-production, let's put it that way.
They do. They handle 4K.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's why a lot of people will shoot stuff in high resolution so they have options when they go to edit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got more data to work with.
But if
right, you're more pixels.
Yeah.
But if you don't know what you're doing, it ends up being a huge file.
Yeah, and it looks like crap.
Well, I would assume if you have an 8K camera, you probably knew what you were doing to get to that point.
Oh, yeah.
Because those aren't cheap now, I'm sure.
There's some
No.
that don't know what they're doing. Okay.
Yeah, that's true with everybody. Some people got more money than they got sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. They bought it, but they don't know how to use it.
And they send it to you, and it's one huge, large, big file.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going, I have to bring this down in resolution anyhow. Why aren't you doing that? Like you can change without editing the resolution.
Right.
So why are you transferring me this big, huge file?
Just to waste your time, Chewy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeffrey Watts are future-proofing. Yeah, that's probably true, too. Some people shooting in that just so if it ever does go upscale, they're ready for it.
Yeah.
Sean, I keep up with fry, water changes, new fish, deaths, etc. But I back up with the cloud. Oh, yeah, this is on your spreadsheet? Where I edit the wrong spreadsheet. That would be my problem, man.
And
I actually thought about doing that spreadsheet thing.
A lot of it you can tell, like you can tell old film from digital.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in black and white.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the contrast compared to film is a lot different.
Yeah, I agree with that. Film. I need to get a portable camera, something like a GoPro or something.
Yeah,
Should be probably waterproof. No, they're like $200 or whatever the cheap one.
Yeah, the cheap one. Yeah. You get
put it in the wish list. Actually, I think it got moved to a wish list. But I do this thing where I'll put stuff in the cart at Amazon, and I'll just leave it in the cart. And occasionally my wife goes through and she'll just put a bunch of stuff and just buy everything in the cart.
Oh,
so
if you put it in there, you.
But I think last time I looked in there, it got moved to a wish list. So she caught on real quick.
Oh, sorry, there, you're not getting it. We don't have the funds. Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, we gotta pay bills this month. Yeah.
Yeah, that always happens. Trying to avoid those paying bills anymore.
Yeah, but that's
it's not working out though.
No, can't live anywhere without paying something.
It's professional. Yeah, I'm all professional. No, I'm just smoking. I can't remember shit.
Oh well.
See, I can get in on a spreadsheet, man. I don't know.
Oh,
I can get in on. I do some spreadsheets, man, just for fun.
So you got your copy?
My job, I have to use spreadsheets daily.
Yeah.
So
a lot of figuring, huh?
Yeah, and it's a lot of tolerances. That's the thing. It's just a lot of tolerances.
I do
I
like
run,
whatever. Some of the video
I run
games I play
CMM
on it.
machines.
Oh yeah.
I
CMM.
never really knew. Yes,
What's that stand for?
it's
Yeah,
Something mill machine. Something mill machine,
no,
right?
it's I knew you were going to ask me too, and I
Computerized?
can't remember what it means. Basically, yeah, it's a computerized measuring machine. Basically, what it is,
Oh, measuring machine. Okay.
yeah, it it measures down to microns, and if anybody that knows
Wow.
what a micron is or how big a micron is, there's
Thousandth of a
88
millimeter?
microns. There's 88 microns in the size of one human hair. There's 88
Yeah, microns are a
in that.
thousandth of a millimeter, something like that. Is that what it is?
Something like that. They're like really, really, really,
really,
really small.
Small. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then that's the engine parts that I work with. The tolerances are not very large at all.
No, one little oops and
yeah, that whole certain
play
part.
is
Then we got
gone.
to then we got to track down. Okay, well this part came in. One out of every 10 parts they have to submit, and then we measure that part. And oh man, it's bad. Now we got to track back. We got to go up 10 up
parts,
and 10 back to find out where it went bad, what
yeah.
made it go bad. Exactly.
Yeah.
So your quality
So then we
control.
end up scrapping a bunch of and then we got to scrap a bunch of parts, and then people get really pissed off when they have to scrap a bunch of parts.
Oh yeah.
Rocco, have you ever heard of a guy by the name of Don Conkle?
No, sir.
No.
I posted a link to his business
Okay.
in chat, his Facebook page. Don works in Central America. He is like the leading expert of bringing fish out of Costa Rica in particular, because he has to set up a breeding facility to get them out.
Right.
Because they don't allow nature to be taken out of Costa Rica, but they allow fish that are spawned to be shipped. Okay.
Interesting. I'm looking at his page right now. That is a really looking fish. It's a Paranitropus. Tropheus.
It's a mouthful, yeah.
Interesting.
Very
interesting.
These are some of the more rarer Central American cichlids that basically make up the gene pool of a flower horn.
Oh. Now you see it.
So scroll down until you see a big hump, and that is probably one that's involved.
Right.
Midas alone has a big hump.
What are you doing, Manifest? What's making noise?
Sorry, I was digging through my console.
Wow.
Looking for change for a fork?
No. Just trying to find my sharpener.
That's an
interesting
fish.
Viha
brindisi.
Yep.
I guess that's an interesting fish.
Yep. So
really pretty too. Really pretty.
This is one of the guys from the American Cichlid Association.
That is weird.
Yeah.
And Philotropheus labitus, I guess. Here I am sounding all weird and funny, but that's a weird looking fish with some strange looking lips. Hence the labia.
Yeah. Get some fish, huh?
It's weird looking. There's some really neat looking fish. And these are all coming from, where'd you say? Let's see. Central America.
Yeah.
And Mexico. Okay.
Yeah, that's one. Looks like you ran a
Very cool.
to the screen.
Very cool. Oh. Hold on, I'm looking. I just looked down here and seeing y'all. Sorry about that.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, how are you this morning?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Man, if I was any better,
Hey,
brother, I'd
Bobby.
have to be you.
Hey, Jess.
What? You don't want to be Rocco?
Man, I guarantee you, Bobbert is probably doing way better than me today.
Why is that?
You just trust me.
Oh, we don't want to know. Okay. Thanks for the
No,
warning,
it's just
brother.
it's just this beat up body I have. That's all.
Oh,
Fishy man, I didn't even see you come in, buddy. Good to see you.
Mr. Manifesto,
Yes, sir.
are you familiar with the guy who has an African cichlid named after him that you have kept, Leif de Mason?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm familiar with who he is. I don't.
That
I've never met
that's
him.
what's his friend. What's his name's Marco's uncle or cousin or something like that, wasn't it?
No.
I thought you said it was to do something with Marco. Marco's
Marco's relative has got a species of mormarid named after him.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking of then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mr. Leif de Mason is actually a very good friend of mine.
Awesome. There was a guy in my one of my local fish stores when I first started keeping those fish, the DeMason ice. I was talking with him, and like I got in a conversation about it, and he was saying, "Oh, he was like Leif DeMason is a good friend of mine." Yada yada yada. And then the next time I went to that store, I guess he had sold it to somebody else, so he wasn't even the owner of the store anymore. So that was the closest I ever heard about Leif DeMason.
Actually, Sean has been in contact with Mr. Leif de Mason about some African snails.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, he owns a farm down in Florida, doesn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. John was looking for the snails, and it would cost a lot of money because of the way that exporting out of Kenya works. You have to take a huge shipment of fish.
Oh yeah. All right, I got a question for you guys. Any of you guys ever keep what the heck are they? Sparkling gouramis.
No, sir.
Last night, I'm sitting in my fish room last night, and I start hearing this like chirping noise, and I'm like, "What the hell is making that noise?" Right? And I still don't know. I'm like not convinced. It's I've heard that they can croak, but I'm hearing this freaking noise. It literally sounds like something chirping, and there's nothing in the aquarium that's moving. That's what I can't figure this out. Like the only thing moving in the aquarium is the water.
Do you have any catfish by chance?
No, it's just I got bumblebee gobies, the two sparkling gouramis, and a bunch of chili raspberries in there.
Gotcha. Because I know my Raphael.
But it sounds almost like rhythmic.
Make some noises every once in a while.
It almost sounds like there's something like almost like a vibration, like that kind of like high pitched like chirp. You know, like a bird call that you used to use like the wooden chalk to make like that.
Oh, like a turkey call.
Like that. Yeah, kind of like a turkey call. Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
I forgot who.
But I don't know.
But
I don't know if that's what they sound like.
That with the shrimp as well. I mean, because like I said, like I forgot who said it in the stream or something. But like they had
the pistol shrimp, they can make that cracking noise. Yeah,
doing that as well. But
interesting. I never heard that.
Yeah, I mean, I have
sparkling gouramis.
Yeah,
I've kept and bred
Sean says it's them.
So that's what it is. It's them making that chirping noise. Okay, because like I heard it was still going on this morning. I'm like, hey, there's no way that fish has been making this noise all night long. I guess maybe. And it just started out of the blue. Like the only thing on that tank is there's a sump underneath where all the pump that pumps the water into the tank and then it drains back down to the sump. So the only thing that's moving in the tank is the water.
Interesting.
I should listen to that. Like maybe there's probably something on YouTube that's got sounds of that.
They say they will croak like a croaking Grommy does. So now, do all Grommies do that, or just certain Grommies do that?
I've never heard. I've had other Grommies. Like I have gold Grommies. I've never heard them do anything.
Yeah, I have one gold Grommy, and I have a thick lip, like a dwarf Grommy.
Yeah. That sparkling. I wonder if that is that. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, you gotta stick it.
Either that or something vibrating. I couldn't figure it out. I mean, I had like pretty much had my face in the tank yesterday. Like, what the hell is making this noise?
Well,
You get you a GoPro, one of them submersible GoPros, and stick it in the tank.
I mean, can you even see that they're making the noise? Like, if it's them, do they like do like a body movement along with that noise? Because I wasn't. Well, I'd have to look for that. I'd see if they were.
Yeah, that's something you have
That's
to
pretty
do for the
interesting.
next week or two.
Yeah,
it
true.
is.
Keep an eye on it. Oh, Bobby, that's what I just did 5 minutes ago. It's in the mail. It's moving. I'll send you an email later. I got a tracking number for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
He
thank
showed
you,
us
buddy.
the
When I get
box.
home.
Oh, that.
Sure, man.
Yeah, he showed us
I
the
greatly
box this
appreciate
morning, so it's on its way. Yeah.
I greatly appreciate it, man. Heck yeah. Thank
Heck
you.
yeah, man. Sure thing, buddy.
Yeah. Yesterday, I went aquarium co-op, and well, I didn't go, but I went online and I got me. I think they said it's like
You did.
300 feet of that tubing.
Oh yeah, I bought
Yeah.
that too, man. I have that same that big roll. It's great.
Don't
like more
you like
tubing
that kind of
underneath.
tubing pretty good?
Yeah, that actually that I bought a couple of packs of that aquarium co-op stuff before I got that big roll, and
Oh, so
yeah, it's great. It's like the best tubing. It's the kind of
reject stuff?
tubing that like, no, this is like the, it's like that tubing that will kind of always stay soft, man. You can tell it's quality just by touching it.
Okay.
It's like, you know how like airline tubing usually gets stiff after a while. Like you can tell that this is not going to do that.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
it's like
yeah,
it's
I
almost
mean,
like hospital
I got
grade
some
kind of
here.
stuff.
Oh yeah, of course you have to.
It's like a silicone tubing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like silicone. Yeah. Doesn't.
But I think it's actually
Heck yeah.
PVC. But same idea.
I'm
no,
excited.
PVC is the stuff that usually gets hard.
Right.
I don't know.
It has like a super awful memory too. It's like you bend it in a
Yeah.
way for like two hours, and it stays that way.
Yeah.
All
permanent.
eternity. Yeah. The fact, and it was bent like that when you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I still got some of that here actually, and I hate it because like on my
Yeah, I think
sponge
it's
filters,
silicone.
they stay like like they're tilted
Follow up.
because of the
Yeah.
line and everything. I hate it.
Well, that's why you got to go swap them over.
Although,
Yeah.
from what I understand, the silicone isn't actually silicone. It's actually still like some sort of PVC mixed plastic.
Right.
They just call it silicone because it gives you the same feel of what the old silicone stuff used to be. But it's not actually
Yeah.
silicone.
Right.
It's a new
I found the name of that
lightweight.
flower horn food.
Right.
It's called Excalibur. That's the food I was talking about earlier, and I finally figured
Oh
it out.
yeah, Excalibur.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I heard
You know
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that guy. I think his channel name is Michael's Fish Room.
Michael's Fish
That's
Room, yeah.
what.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's up there
that's
in
what
Jersey.
like. He likes that stuff a lot too. Apparently.
Yeah.
For his
One of
flower
our
horn.
sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael's Fish Room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Yep.
you know
Michael-
where Michael got his flower
He's in
horn
Jersey.
from?
No
Where?
idea.
Oh.
David Lucan,
Oh, really?
to Aquatic.
Right on. Right on.
That's
Yeah.
one of David's flower horns.
That's what,
Now, like you see, I think he's got two now because like he made a video of him putting that one in that bigger tank, and then like the last video I see him, well, the last video that I saw him do, he had another one behind him. So
Oh, wow. Way cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
but Chewy, well, yeah,
No longer. Yeah.
shout out Chewy, his first one that he had. Apparently, there was an accident or something in the past.
So he's had several accidents with that fish. He had a heater go down and was wondering what was wrong. And I said, "What is your water parameters?" He did not check the temperature.
Oh man.
That's a bummer.
And I told him, get in touch with who you got it from. I heard it on both sides. He goes, didn't he check his water parameters? And then David said, check the temperature. Isn't that kind of obvious that you would check the temperature?
That would be one of the first things I would check. Yeah.
Exactly.
I usually check my temps every day.
You get right around 80 degrees, 80, 82 degrees is about max. And they're happy in that temperature, you know.
They prefer warmer water.
Right.
They prefer
parameter, like a water parameter. You don't want to go anything over 7.5.
84 degrees because of the species involved. Behind the scenes, Rocco, in your little chat behind the scenes, have you ever heard of the CODERIC, or a Canadian Organization for Tropical Education and Research?
No, I have not.
This is sort of like the Project Piaba of Canada.
Oh, I'll be damned. Cool.
Okay? Whereas we don't take fish directly out of the wild, because Costa Rica is a way, way different type of tropical environment than the Amazon rainforest. It does not get the kind of water that the Amazon does. It goes through a flood period of time, but nothing like the Amazon. So this is, and they send university students to go and study biology in Costa Rica, and that is what the CODERIC is about.
Interesting.
Chewy.
Hang on one second.
Oh, go ahead. Somebody's got a question, I heard. Or
go ahead.
Oh, well. Anyway, Chewy, my question is like, you had a link posted yesterday for those dwarf Synodontus, and like, well, my question is like, are those hard to get species, or
you would have to go through an importer from the West?
Oh,
such as Dan's fish. This is why I'm interested in the Synodontus in which he got. He might have got some Microsynodontus. They come out of Nigeria. Some species come out of Nigeria, some species come out of the Congo, and some species come out of the Zambezi. The Niger, the Congo, and the Zambezi are your major waterways, the major rivers, but there's smaller rivers that flow into those rivers. Just like the Mississippi has got tons of different waterways flowing into it.
I guess I'm gonna have to go check out his website then to see which ones that you're talking about that he got.
He has not posted them. They came in rough shape, he said on his last stream.
Oh.
Okay, he's got to play Dr. Dan. Okay.
Yeah, I do remember something about that.
But yes, he those are the type of people that you should be going to if you're looking for a specific species. Is the importers, the transshippers. Your regular pet shop is not going to see them due to the fact of the Germans taking up so many of their orders out of West Africa. They only have got certain catch times.
It's always the Germans.
Well, no, it's the Asians in South America. The Asians buy up all the wild district stock. It forces the price up.
Right on.
Oh, okay.
That made me think of that one movie. God, what movie was that? The two boys. It's Pearl Harbor. When they were boys. Dirty Germans. That's what it means. Reminded me of when you said that. I don't have anything against Germans. That's all we know. This. I do not have anything against Germans. My grandmother was German, from Germany, and she was a wonderful lady. Except when she was mad, then it was like stay out of her way. But wonderful woman.
Right.
And an excellent cook.
Hey,
Too.
same here. I mean, I don't care where you're from. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you.
But during my talk on your stream, Bobby, I did mention microsynodontis. I just focused on one particular species because I wanted to cover the biotope.
Right on.
Okay? Like the catfish rule the rivers over there. There's beautiful synodontis out of the Nile River as well. Like the whole continent of Africa has got synodontis.
All right, at least it wasn't me. I thought it was me that was hearing Rocco do that.
And they all range in size. Like the microsynodontis, the pygmy synodontis is its common name, only gets to 1.7 inches.
It's like the Tic Tac bandit.
Okay?
Oh,
how
the
many
doggo.
How many of those could you get into a 20-gallon tank for a breeding project?
Well, I mean, like considering that they only get like 1 inch and a half, whatever. I'm sure that you could probably get at least 20 of them, maybe.
Yeah.
Benoxky, what up?
Plus having other fish in the aquarium.
I think what it is, I have way too many web pages open.
Chewing up your bandwidth, man.
Right on.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was my connection that was
Cow,
making
I
you
didn't
do
know I
that.
had that many
'Cause
windows open.
yeah, you sound better
I have,
already.
like, way too many windows open.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
man, that's a nice suit that you got up there.
You're me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
It's mighty fine.
How we doing,
Tailored suit.
Vinosky? Good to see you.
It's funny.
Looks like Mr. Mafia Man or something.
That's right. That's exactly what I'm wearing.
Kingsman
right
or something. Got the Kingsman suit going on.
Heck yeah.
Right?
Vanosky, hello.
Oh.
So, Rocco, like, what species of the flower horns do you have? I mean, like.
Right now, I just
they
have a red dragon.
Rushing it.
He's just a red dragon.
Those
He's not
are
a
nice.
super red. I really want a Superman. I really want a super red. But then Chewy had to open my eyes to the silk version of that, and now I'm like being very inquisitive about that now.
Are those ones the long fin
And
ones?
Thanks to it's blue. It's all blue. It's almost all blue. Yeah, really cool looking. And thanks to Chewy, I'll probably now be sitting out on the curb with my fish tanks out on the street, because if I get another tank, my girl's gonna kill me. All thanks to Chewy.
So, like,
I'll
how
be moving my
big
tanks
do
over to
those
your house
get?
then. From what I'm reading and what I'm understanding, they get about the size of an Oscar. I mean, they get pretty good size. I mean, they're going to need a tank, a minimum of 75 gallons is what I'm looking at.
Oh,
I
cool.
would really prefer a 125, but
Yeah, I gotta try
I'm
and get one
thinking
of them.
75 would probably be like the bare minimum.
Right, yeah.
I know somebody that's given up a 90 for 220s.
Yeah, I know, me too. Unfortunately, I'm in South Texas.
now this 90. I mean, like I hope it ain't the kind that's like real like
Leaking.
skinny and like tall. You know what I mean?
Right,
Well, a 90 is a 75, but taller. It's the same footprint.
right.
Oh, okay.
Same footprint.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just taller.
Except it's like 7 inches taller, I think, than the 75.
Roughly 7 to 10 inches, I think it is. I'm not for sure off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
just
the
obviously
the
it's
sizes
15
of
more
the
gallons,
larger
right?
tanks. Roughly, yeah. Give or take.
However high it takes to get 15 more gallons.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There you go. Well, it's like they say,
That's how high it
"Oh, I
is.
got a 30 gallon. I got a 30 gallon." Well, it's 29. They say it's 30. You know, same.
Yeah.
Morning, Brienne's Fish Fam. How you doing? Good to see you.
Yeah, it's
Hello,
29, but it
Brian.
really only holds 25 or something like that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for some odd reason,
Nobody
I
ever fills it to the top.
you know, I don't know, 29 gallons. I mean, they're just not one of my favorite tanks. I mean, I don't know why it is. I mean,
Yeah.
That's not bad.
I got 2 of them.
I got it. I'm gonna have 4 of them. Jesus, 4 of them. But I do like the 20 longs too. But they're like the same footprint as the 20 longs, except they're taller.
right, yeah.
Right. And I have to say, 20 long is probably one of my favorite tanks, actually.
Yeah, that's why I like the 29. It's basically a 20 long with a little bit more.
Right.
room, you know?
Just more height. Yeah.
Yeah, that way you can get like some top dwellers and bottom dwellers.
Yeah.
Right on.
And
Wow, it's 11.
they are good for
Mm-hmm.
angelfish too. They're
Oh,
good
yeah.
to,
They're really good.
to have
good
those
for
kind
that.
of fish in.
That's what I have my angels in right now.
Now, granted,
I
you
just
know,
set up a 29. Good.
what are you going to put in it?
I don't know yet. Well, I bought it because I'm going to need that tank to fit in my rack because the way it's
Flower horns.
designed. But I'm
Flower
going to play
horns.
musical fish first so I can move the other tanks over. You know what I mean? So I'm going to move all the
Right.
fish from that tank to that one, then move the empty tank, yada, yada, yada. So, but I will end up
That
with an
way you
empty
can-
29.
That way you can get a flower
So-
horn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So flower horn at 29 doesn't sound like a good idea. Not long term.
You know, I got to say, like, Dennis's tank is looking good, and like, he's got some serious airflow going in that thing, I tell you.
I seen that.
Which one?
Dennis's.
Dennis
I don't know
That's
who
a
that
nice tank.
Chalupa, how are you, buddy?
is. Dennis's? Dennis?
Doing
Oh,
some
you're talking
water
about Dennis
changes.
Lords. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Well,
don't know. For some reason,
Chalupa,
I
when
thought
you're done
somebody
there, buddy, you can come over here and do my water changes for me. I'll let you. I will not tell you no. You just get in that car and come on down to Texas, and I'll supply the barbecue. You do the water changes.
Hey, you know, if I lived near you, I would definitely take you up on that offer.
Right.
Oof.
I tell you what, if there's a place here and it's a small town, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but it's not that. It's probably about 20 miles, 25 miles from here, and probably some of the best Texas barbecue I've ever had. And I mean, I eat a lot of barbecue, and it is phenomenal. So if you're ever in this area, let me know, and I will make sure we get it hooked up for you.
Hook it up. And chewy, yes, a flower
I will
horn at
hook
90
it
would
up.
sound good. But I'm not a big flower horn guy. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like hybridizing fish.
It's killing me. I don't know what the name of that place is.
Jason, with that pump that you're sending, now, would it be better if I put it on top of this rack, and then then have the lines to run, like how I want them to, or would it be better to put it, like that down here at the bottom because of heat will go up, and I didn't know
how warm it.
Yeah.
You'd use it to help heat your tanks. Yeah, I guess that's an idea. I think
Check valve.
not until definitely get a check valve if you're doing it down below. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it depends on how you're gonna have it. Like, because I'd be worried about it. If the floor is carpet, you'd probably be better off because then it would probably vibrate less, make less noise. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're gonna have to. It'll pump either way. So I think if you said it like it would be easier for the pump to pump down. I think, but I don't think it really matters once it gets in the water. The same resistance, or is it?
Well.
Yeah, we don't know.
Is it easier if you were to take an air pump and set it on the ground? Is that harder on the pump than it would be to raise it up above the tank?
Well, most fish rooms,
somewhat would have to.
Yeah, well, if you got a big fish room, usually you have the pumps up, then you have a manifold.
Yeah, but I think that's a
drop.
Yeah, but that's I think that's more of a safety feature than anything. Because
without check valves, you could drain the tank.
Right. Or you could just destroy your system and get water in it. But yeah, that's the reason to do it up high. I don't think. But is it that the only reason? Is it just because it's easier to pump, too?
Probably.
Are you on your computer, Bobby?
No,
Fishy
sir.
Man, I'm going to take you up on that offer, man. I will get you those tanks, Fishy.
I posted a link, Rocco. Could you possibly post that in chat so that
I can, sir.
Bobby can come back to it? It is articles from Planet Catfish done by my friend Berger. I'm having problems logging into Facebook. I don't know why.
It's Facebook.
Yes, I think maybe a little, just based on gravity. Yeah, because I guess air, it's gravity, right? It would have to go through whatever that little the pressure differential from the floor to the top of your rack is. There is a difference, right? So I guess that difference is
right.
However, Bobby, if you do have a Facebook, the spelling of Berger's name is on those articles on Planet Catfish. I suggest that you friend him on Facebook. Okay. If you want to know a lot about synodontists, go to the expert.
Okay.
This is who Planet Catfish considers one of the experts in synodontists.
Way cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Okay, he gives talks at conventions, sort of like your Aquashellas and that kind of thing. But like I said, there is no real catfish club in America, and I've never understood why. It's one of the
there you go, Bobby. Start a catfish club.
Fish.
That's it.
Yeah. Tennessee catfish.
Right.
They have
Tennessee catfish.
They have
a ring to it.
Catfish convention at the Potomac Aquarium Society, which is up by Mr. Manifesto. Okay. It has a convention every 2 years.
One more time, Mr. Manifesto.
There you go, Bobby. You could call it CAT too. You can just call it CAT. Catfish Association of Tennessee. CAT.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's all you, buddy.
Do it. Or possibly maybe like cat mafia or some crap like that. I don't know.
There you go.
A cat mafia.
Catfish mafia.
Meow. Oh, behave.
Behave.
Yeah, your claws are showing.
That's so silly.
Whew.
Oh goodness.
Sneezed like 600 times.
Thank God
Yeah,
you turned it off.
Pollen this time of year is really bad. I mean, like every time I get up in the morning, I'm constantly clearing myself out, so to speak,
Yeah,
without
exactly.
getting into too much detail.
And I walked outside yesterday in the morning, and my truck had like, because it got misty out a little bit. I had like little yellow dots all over my truck. I was like, "Are you serious?
New paint job,
Already?"
huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I'll say this though, it wasn't as bad when I was stationed in Georgia. I'd walk outside and literally my truck would be covered in yellow. The whole truck would be like a yellow.
That happens
hue.
around here, man.
Yes.
That happens around here a lot.
And I swear
Just
to
a
God,
whole
I would just
dusting.
play hell with that every day, you know. And I was afraid to open my door because if I'd open my door, you hear this woof, a big cloud
Just
of
cloud.
pollen. Yeah, and then you're like all day long,
Dude.
you know.
They would literally kill me if that happened.
Now, since I have y'all here, you know, I got a little question to ask y'all. I mean, like, see, Saturday I got me. Well, Saturday I got me 2 of the Colombian zebra plecos, and
nice.
And like since I have them, I have not seen them eat not one time. Now,
what are you feeding them?
Well, I mean, I actually got 2 different things. I mean, I've got some extreme
algae wafers.
Yeah, I got those, and I also got the veggie round Omega-1 wafers.
Okay. Wood in there?
Yes, and on
That's
top of
probably
that
what they're
too.
eating, then.
Yeah.
Now, when my aquarium co-op order comes in, on top of the airline tubing, I did put in a order for some of the Rapashi.
Oh yeah, you love that stuff.
Stuff, you know, whatever. Because
the powder stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one did you get?
I got the one.
Morning wood.
Bottom
the
one. Tell us.
The one I got was the community.
I got you. Okay.
Right. I got it because of not knowing exactly. You know, like, you know, if they would like that pleco kind only, and just try to get something, you know, that, like, you know what I mean, that if something happens, if they don't like it, then I could still use it for, you know, my catfish
other fish. Right.
Most of the other fish will eat it too. Yeah,
with my experience with the Rapashi, the morning wood is the one that they really like it a lot. My plecos just tear it up.
Do you know the L number of those plecos?
I did have it wrote down somewhere, but I had to find it.
You might want to get like do you have any like sinking carnivore pellets, like for catfish or anything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
because it could be a meat eater too. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's Joseph's family said they thought they were meat eaters.
Yeah, I mean,
some of them are omnivores,
but I do got some. They're called like shrimp wafers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they're like a shrimp base type thing. So.
Well, you know what?
I think those are more veggie based, but yeah, I think
you said these are.
Yeah.
You said these are the Colombian zebra plecos?
Yes.
That's the L129.
Oh yeah, those are nice.
Now this is what I'm reading off of Google. This is what I'm reading off of Google. Okay. It says the main diet should consist of meaty foods. There you go. Frozen foods, tubiflex, mosquito larvae, bloodworms.
Yeah.
Carnivore sinking pellets. There you go.
Yeah, the more expensive food. Yeah.
Yeah, I would check that. Yeah, try that. And that Rapashi stuff that you're getting,
Thank you, Ames.
when you do
Appreciate
make
it.
that, some of the for the plecas and stuff like that, instead of just like mixing it and then like setting it up and then cutting into like little cubes and stuff, you can take like a rock and just dip it in like the Repashy before it's set up, and then that rock is now covered in Repashy, and you just stick that whole rock in the tank, and the freaking plecos will be all over that.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Put 6 in there, Ames.
Hey,
So,
Robert.
so you guys are.
Ames has 3 129, she said.
Oh, nice.
Plecos,
Hey, Robert.
the zebras.
Yeah, buddy.
When did you get them?
I got them Saturday.
Yeah, so they still getting used to your water and everything, you know, to the new environment. You might not see them eat, but they might be eating in the night, you know, because speckles are how you call it,
Night feeders.
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
nocturnal,
Yeah, nocturnal.
right? So they might
Okay.
be eating in the night. You know, they're not used to this new environment and everything, your water and all that. So
And plus, all you do is keep feeding them salad, and they're like, "Screw this! I don't want no salad."
Yeah, I
meat.
mean, come on now.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah,
it's like a
those-
chicken or a steak.
plus
That's right.
those speckles do tend to be more carnivorous.
It's gonna be loud.
No, there's only a few genera that need wood. Okay,
Those are usually Panax.
and they are panax. They're not hypenestrous.
Oh,
What you should be trying to get them to eat, Bobby, is bloodworms.
I got jumbo bloodworms
Jumbo worms?
actually in my freezer.
There you go, man.
That is the key to the hypenestrous species is live foods, live worms, and frozen worms.
Okay.
Okay, they are not an algae-eating, wood-eating type of pleco. They are meat eaters.
Okay.
A lot of your plecos are. The bigger meat eaters will even attack fish, such as the vampire pleco.
Now, granted, this might be a stupid question, but if I was to cook out sometime, you know what I mean, like a pork chop or a steak or a chicken or something, you know what I mean. If I cut like a piece of it that I didn't spice up or nothing after it's been cooked, you know what I mean, would they eat on that? You think?
No, they don't like cooked food.
no, not
You want to stay away from animal protein above worms, okay?
Okay. Hey,
You're worrying about sticking steaks in your tank.
Yeah, didn't they come to the conclusion that beef heart isn't very healthy for fish?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it's always just been quick proteins. You know what I mean?
Yes.
yeah.
It's not a lot to it.
There's very few fish that can digest animal protein. Very few.
But fish eat fish.
I'm talking animal,
Yeah, right.
like mammals.
Yeah.
Very few fish can handle animal protein like beef and that type of thing.
Yeah, and those fish are like piranhas.
Piranhas,
Tetradons, or whatever it is.
there's
Bucktooth tetras.
the Goliath tiger fish. You know, they're
Yeah.
Great white shark.
You
Yeah,
know,
great white.
Yeah.
Not so
Ames,
great white.
thank you.
Since there's a great white, is there a not so great white? That's what I want to know. Or is there a lesser white?
No, he's black.
There's only a great white. Why didn't you just name it white?
Great white. And
And
What's so great about
Fishymon,
it?
Chewy, and Rocco, and Dennis, and Jason. Thank you.
Yep.
No problem. We're better than Google. Yeah.
I mean, because see, that's what sucks about being on panel, on a cell phone, is because that I can go and get on something else on my phone while I'm on StreamYard, but when I do that, my screen will freeze up. Yeah, and
Yeah, that's why you need a debt.
Usually my app just crashes. That's what happens when I do that.
yeah.
I just get kicked off.
Yeah,
Now,
if I leave StreamYard on my phone, I just get kicked off.
yeah.
Bobby, did you
Yeah.
see Ames Spiritfish comment about?
I did, yes. I seen it, and that's why that I said thank you for letting me know this. Now in my outside ponds, I have not put nothing in them yet except for one of them, and I just put some um, coal shrimp in them. Now because of stuff falling in my pond, I'll go out there with a net and I'll try to clean it up, get all the debris and stuff out of it. Now, when I do that, I have been seeing a bunch of these really small red worms like things in the net a lot when I scoop at the bottom. Now, is there a possibility that those are bloodworms?
There's some kind of worm.
Yeah, I mean,
some kind of
something eating up the
insect that has probably laid its
eggs and
hatched in your tub.
hmm.
As far as I know, a lot of the insects do not cause a lot of problems. Dragonfly and horseflies are two that you don't want around your pond.
Or in your pond.
Because their larva feeds on what you will have in your pond.
Alrighty then. I got about
Andre,
10 minutes before I gotta go.
Oh crap!
Mama's coming home for lunch, so I gotta make sure I get her fed.
Yeah, you gotta feed the woman. Yeah.
You sure do.
That's right.
Damn right, Rocco.
Yeah,
I gotta have a happy life. Otherwise, I don't get no more fish. Nope, they're not happy. I don't get no more fish. So, gotta make sure she stays happy.
Have you got any schooling tetras, Bobby?
Yes. Yeah, like as of right now, I've got about 20 something neon tetras, and also got 12 black neon tetras.
Try putting a school of tetras with your plecos.
Well, right now, in that tank, I put my juvenile Synodontis petricolas in there with them. That's what they got in there with
StreamYard.
I think they might have a competition for food.
Is Ames frozen or what? She looks froze.
And the Synodontis will outcompete the plecos.
Yeah,
for food.
The Synodontis
$60 a year.
Braver fish than your plecos, so they'll come out and eat the food more readily than your plecos would.
Hey, Terry's here. What's up, Terry?
But when you have schooling fish, like Chewy said, it makes your pleco feel more at ease to come out.
Yeah.
Is Ames froze or what? I think she's frozen back there.
Ames.
Well, I mean,
she's
like
in the back room. It looks like she's froze.
They're not like hiding or nothing like that. I mean, it's just that I just haven't seen them, like getting coming out to eat or nothing.
Today is the 4th too.
What I said
May the 4th be with you.
Synodontis will outcompete the plecos. Synodontists are a swimming catfish, generally speaking. A pleco goes along the bottom and digs in the gravel for its meals.
Damn it, Bobby. Be the fish.
Dang it, Bobby.
You gotta be the fish.
Exactly.
Well,
Bobby.
That's right.
well, listen. Here's the thing, okay? I'm not moving my tetras out of the tank that they're in because, for one, neon tetras are sensitive damn fish anyway, and I'm not moving them out of this tank that they're established in.
Perhaps
Then go buy more.
look for a school of smaller tetras to go in with that
Color
particular pleco.
guppies.
Like,
Yeah.
I love
No,
Fishimon Choice. He's got candy cane tetras in with his plecos.
Candy
I'd like
cane
to
tetra.
breed those.
Check
They're
it out.
pretty, really pretty.
Check it out.
Wait a
Robert.
minute. I mean, like, couldn't you put some like guppies or something in there too as well?
I would stick to tetras.
Yeah,
Check
got
it
the
out,
dog.
brother. I got rummy nose. I got candy cane. I got zebras in there. And from the time I drop food in there, my plecos are like, what? Let me check this out.
That's why you got to overfeed with plecos.
Right.
No, I only have 12 in here.
Oh,
Oh man, what is going on with
but
this thing?
they're still fighting for food though. Yeah.
Come, Mr. Fishymon, fish me up a pleco.
How many you want? How many you want? I got plenty.
I want one of those
Oh,
L33s. 33s.
I know those are pretty, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so's the price.
But I
I'm tempted to
did
get those
hear
candy
that
cane tetras too.
some pleco breeders do keep guppies though with their plecos because they say the pheromones or whatever from the guppies when they're spawning,
Mm-hmm.
Will help.
they believe that it might entice the pleco to start spawning too. I don't know how true it is.
Interesting.
You know, I just seen a video of this guy being interviewed, and he said he kept guppies and tetras
What was your question?
with his pleco because he
Statement,
said
that was
that
a question.
when the guppies start spawning, it gets the
I
pleco
don't see
in
your
the mood.
question, man.
That's
The
your
same
question.
Also,
or you
is
said
the
no?
L3? All right.
The
Is the
same
Oh, yeah, I got it.
L33
tetra spawning
Garupo
too.
pleco? Chewy, this is for you. Is the L333 Garupa pleco just a different pattern than the standard 333? Should they be hybridized?
There is a lot
Or
of
anyone else.
hybridization and a lot of inbreeding going on with plecos, believe it or not. Due to the fact that people will go out and buy plecos, not thinking that they're all from the same person. Okay? And so you're running across situations of certain deformities. The pug nose on zebra plecos is already beginning to occur because of all the inbreeding.
Inbreeding. Yep.
And it's a congenital type of thing. Once that is bred in, it's very hard to breed it out.
Yeah, that's a long time of selective breeding at that point.
Exactly. Well, it's been around 10 years.
Right.
It's happening to other plecos as well, especially out of the Xingu River. Because
they're
people
more readily
are so
available.
excited about getting plecos that they don't think that they could all be brother and sister.
Right.
I
Absolutely.
got L333 in here and L134, but they won't cross because one's a Coltia and one's a Ancestress or something like that.
Exactly.
Right.
So, all right, S is asking, is it the same species with just a different color morph that the breeders got out of breeding them, or is it actually a different species?
It's 2 different species.
The L33 and Garupas?
Oh,
whatever.
that I don't know.
No,
I don't know that either.
that I don't know either. That is.
To me, that sounds.
know
I mean,
my
just that they're
L134.
labeling L. That's just the reason that they're labeling L33s and then adding a thing after makes me think that it's a hybrid or some sort of color morph slash
or
whatever
they
breeder name that they threw on it.
Or they could be just calling it by its common name and has a different.
That's possible too. That's possible.
Like the L66 and the L333 have got the same common name, and they look very similar.
But they are different, right?
But science have not determined whether or not species are involved in that.
Well, I guess that's the problem there, S, because it's an number, so describe species to begin with, so we don't even know species from another. Right? Isn't that what the L numbers are for? They haven't been described as in the scientific.
The L numbers are basically sort of deals with the collection points a lot. Like they took the theory,
and it's just an undescribed fish, and then so they
people.
Right, it doesn't even have a scientific name yet, so we don't even know.
Exactly.
Right.
But meanwhile, there's 2 species called the king tiger pleco, and I have one that my ex-roommate has now, and Fishymon has the other. And I went, king tiger pleco, I have those in their L66, and when I looked up L333, it's the same common name.
Right.
Yeah.
Really?
Spherical chocolate, they sell 66 spherical, and they sell 3.
But the manifesto sound like Robocop.
Yeah, manifesto, you're cutting out bad.
You're
losing signal.
echoing.
So if some people are buying king tiger plecos and they don't realize that one's L666 and one's L333, there could be some hybridization going on.
Yeah, yeah. Because
that's when you come up with an L399.
What are you doing? Adding the 2 L?
That's a joke. That's a joke. Yeah, 66 to 33. Yeah. My bad. That's my bad, tasteless joke for the day.
You can tell you're old school because you did that add-in like real quick.
Yeah, you'd have to take your shoes and socks off the couch. Yeah.
All right. Well, you see, it's Italian, because we convert numbers into money. And it's like, oh yeah, that's so many dollars. That's just how we do it.
So Garupa could be the collection point.
That's possible too. I never thought of it like that. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.
But guys, it is that time. It is actually 12:02. I gotta get Mama some lunch.
They gotta keep her hungry. I mean, happy.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Well, thanks for having us, Rocco. Thanks for having me. I can't know if you guys can hear me, but
guys, hope y'all have a fantastic day.
Thanks for the stream,
You too.
Rocco.
Yeah, thanks for
I appreciate y'all being here. God bless you guys. Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one last question, Rocco.
Be good to your fish.
What are you cooking, Rocco?
I made turkey bake.
All right.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. Basically just a big old
turkey breast.
What do you call it? Like a big old pot pie, basically, with no crust on the bottom. It's awesome.
Sounds yummy.
All right,
guys. All right, guys. Thanks, everyone.
Yep. See y'all.
See you guys later,
guys.
It's
You're
been
the best.
great.
Don't ever forget that. You are the best.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.